The Samsung Odyssey Neo G8 has been releasing at retailers and is arriving at many homes around the world. Today I'll be showcasing some features and issues on the Neo G8 from my good friends on YouTube. A little Snowman has released his review video, which will be in the description below, and I will do my best to translate it for you as best as I can. Also, my good friend at Graphically Challenged has received his and has informed me on a couple of issues on the firmware not enabling certain features as of yet, and the return of the Scanline issue that was prominent on the G7. It seems quality control is very important nowadays, and that's why you have me as backup, to give you the truth, to help you make that awesome buying decision. Let's get into it. Alright friends, let's start off here with the Scanline issue. My good friend at Graphically Challenged on YouTube. Again friends, subscribe to both of these channels. These are amazing channels. I'm sure you will love their channels and their content. And friends, if you do find this video helpful, please leave a like as it helps the channel tremendously. Consider subscribing if you want more information on the Odyssey line of monitors, good and bad. Remember friends, I break my head here so you don't have to help you make that awesome buying decision. I love Samsung and the Odyssey line of monitors, but nothing keeps me from telling you the truth, as this channel only exists to help you make that awesome buying decision. Thanks guys. So here we have another Scanline issue with the Neo G8. You can see right here, you can see the Scanline issue. Here's some more pictures so you can see more or less how it's looking. Now this is a different Scanline issue compared to the G7, as the G7 had a horizontal interlace kind of a look. This looks like little boxes now. And this is on Firmware 1002.1. I know my friend here has informed Samsung on Twitter, and Samsung is investigating, so that's good. But still friends, I'm sure you're gonna think just like me. These things are expensive. These things need to come out of the factory working or in working order. You know what I mean? It's too expensive to be experiencing things like this. And I'm sure he, among other people, are frustrated if they do see these issues. Now, this Scanline issue, it seems to be happening in the 240 Hz mode by enabling or by disabling 240 Hz and going to 120 Hz. It seems to minimize the Scanline issue, but it's still there. My good friend here has two of these Neo G8 monitors, and he's telling me one looks to have more Scanlines than the other, even at 120 Hz. The first buyers are getting these technical issues. This is a display software issue. I hope Samsung does fix this with the firmware. But as you all know, even with the G7, not even the G7's firmware updates were able to totally fix the Scanline issue. I know many of my friends here on the channel have gotten the G7 because of my videos and have been able to inform me throughout the firmware updates. As I update and they update, there are mixed reports on some getting Scanlines after they update and some getting rid of the Scanlines after they update too. So it's a hit or miss right now in regards to that, but I am bringing you that information so you're aware on what to expect if you get the Neo G7 or Neo G8. Or even regular G7, because this does pertain to that. Now the G78 has not received any kind of Scanline issue that I've been able to see, and I'm thinking it must be due to the VA panel on these monitors versus the IPS or Innolux IPS on the G78. So it might be a Samsung VA issue. Again, not mainstream, but I would say it is enough to make noise on Reddit and for me to know about it, and I'm sure many of you have commented on that Scanline issue. So just bringing you that information. Also, with this firmware of 1002.1, you can see right here the input port version, the HDMI input port of 1.4 or 2.0 plus, it seems. There is no 2.1 option as of yet, and my friend here is reporting you cannot play 4K 120Hz on next generation consoles. He has been trying, has been doing everything. He even inputted it from 240Hz to 120Hz mode on the monitor itself, still to no avail. Maybe Samsung again, just like the G7 and exactly like the G78. All my friends of the Odyssey line, you know what I'm talking about. Samsung has needed to update the firmware, and it's about within the month, but still, this should come out of the factory ready to go. You need to update in order to get the monitor to be able to detect a 4K 120Hz signal for your Xbox and PlayStation 5 needs. And I'm sure even now for PC. Here is the video proof, friends. There is no 2.1 option, but that 2.1 plus, it seems, could be that 2.1 option. He loves his monitor, but these issues should not be there. And here I'm just looking at the notes I have. The cool thing is, he is stating, according to his testing, 1400 nits and a 10% window and a 5 to 600 nits in peak gaming But here, friends, just showing you these issues right here. The firmware update still needs to be done to be able to get to 4K 120Hz. If you do have this monitor, please leave a comment down below so more people can know about this and it can help them. That's the whole point of the channel, to get more information, not just my opinion, but information so everyone who buys these things, these are expensive things, and we want everyone to feel like a winner and a win at the end of the day. So if you know some information that I don't, you can contact me on Twitter. If you have some pictures so I can update everyone, I would be super grateful. Or leave a comment down below with your findings. But I always prefer video proof to make sure we're not misleading anybody here on the channel. That's my update from my graphically challenged friend. That's his YouTube name, so please go subscribe to him. He's awesome. I love everything he does on his channel. Now let's get the negative out of the way with the little Snowman review on YouTube. Beautiful monitor reviewer. Here I wanted to show you some blooming information. As you can see from the front on, it looks exactly like my G7. Of course, the G7 has very few local dimming zones. But the G7 is a beautiful VA panel. It looks exactly what we're seeing here. That's what I'm seeing on my G7. Now, you can see once we start turning it more to the side, that's where the blooming issue happens. No one watches TV this way. I think the word blooming has been taken advantage of and has been overused in a negative way on TVs and monitors. I don't think this is a blooming issue. Now, literally, it is a blooming issue. You can see video proof, right? But in a real world gameplay, I'm gonna play my games, PC, work, stocks, everything like that. Just like on the QN90A, there is no blooming issue. And if you're a person that really is bothered by that, stay away from mini LED and call it a day. Very simple. You wouldn't be watching this video if you weren't interested in the Neo G7 or Neo G8, right? So as a person that has many mini LED TVs, the QN90A, the QN90B, and very soon the Neo G7 and Neo G8, among many VA panels and IPS panels from LG that have local dimming zones from 7 to 16 to 32 on the Alienwares. I've seen it all, I have it all, but this does not affect me in any kind of gaming. No one watches TV and games from the side in this drastic manner. And if you do, stick to OLED and call it a day. But you can see right here, even in this screen with the little boxes, it seems on the left and right side, it looks like flash lighting, but I believe that's some kind of glare because it's even on both sides. I have never seen a VA panel with the exact same blotchiness on the left and right side. I mean, exactly. So I've never seen that. So it tends me to believe it's a reflection issue. Remember, the Neo G7 does not have a matte finish. I'm sure it's some kind of matte. The Neo G8 though is a pure matte display. So maybe the Neo G7 has some kind of semi-gloss or semi-matte look. But we will see when more reports are available or we get this in-house. Here's showing you the black equalizer of 20, 13, 11, 9, 7, 3, and 0. Just wanted to give you an overall wider range of what the black equalizer does. Friends, I've said this before, black equalizer is an amazing feature, a lifesaver, and it makes your perceived contrast way better than what the monitor really can handle. The black equalizer on the M28U, M32U, G7, G70A, G50A, and that's an LG panel. Black equalizer, when these manufacturers can get it to work, is amazing and will make your monitor have a perceived contrast that's better than the competition. Trust me, mess around with it. All the Aorus and Gigabyte monitors have it. I have it on my FE43U. It is a lifesaver. It is an amazing feature, especially on the M28U with that F07 update, where 500 plus nits and SDR brightness with minimized local dimming, but you get that black equalizer contrast. It's next gen. Many monitors can't come close to it, but the backlight panel is slow, but that's for another video. Again, friends, I can only talk to you from all the monitors I've been able to experience. And I'm not easily impressed. Even with the QD-OLED monitor from Alienware, I am not easily impressed. Like all the reviewers out there, have a feeling they're not telling you the whole story, as it does not get as bright as they show on their videos. In HDR mode, yes, but are they only running it in HDR mode? I doubt it. So anytime you see anything else, it is not that vibrant. Again, I own these things, I love my monitors, and I want to help you make that awesome buying decision. So check out in the future, which I will be getting more technical and in detail to help you decide if it's worth it for you. Here you can see 120Hz and 240Hz modes on the Neo G8, so there is that option like I stated before with my graphically challenged friend on YouTube who showed those scanline issues. Enabling 120Hz seems to lower the scanlines dramatically. Remember friends, graphically challenged is a YouTube channel name, not that I'm calling him that, it's the YouTube actual channel, so you guys just check it out, okay? Here showing you more information with the 120Hz versus 240Hz. There is no scanline issue here, and the quality seems to be about the same. So this is cool that he showed this. There would be Scanline issues if he had it. Now, I'm not sure if he's on DisplayPort or HDMI, but I just wanted to put this out there. He showed both modes. To me, it looks identical. As the specifications on the Neo G8 are stated at 95% of the DCI-P3 color coverage, you can see he has calculated 96.5 DCI-P3, 130.9 sRGB, and 97% of the Adobe RGB color space. So that's awesome that it's beating the 95% specified rating, and it's getting closer to the LG 98% of DCI-P3 color coverage specification, because that is super vibrant, super deep with color. It is amazing. Here's showing you how bright this monitor can get with the tests here of a little Snowman's review. 10% HDR window, 2663 nits, that is crazy good, blowing out the AW2720DGF QD-OLED monitor out of the water, blowing many TVs out of the water. You can see about 500 nits here on 100% HDR full screen, while we're getting about 350 nits in a 100% SDR window. Remember friends, this does have 1196 local dimming zones with its mini LED power, so please do not mix up or compare the 350 nits of the Neo G8 to exactly about the 350 to 400 nits of the G7 if you're upgrading from a G7. Remember, there are 8 local dimming zones on the G7, while there's 1196 local dimming zones on the Neo G8. So that in itself is a major improvement, and the perceived brightness and the perceived contrast is going to be 100-fold on the Neo G8. But again, once we get these in-house, I will show you that information to see if it's worth it to upgrade, because it is way more expensive. I mean, you can get technically 2, maybe even 3 G7s at $500, 32 inches for the price of one of these guys. So 3-screen ultra wide or one of these amazing mini LED monitors. But we do run into that quality control issue. Are you going to get 3 golden panels? That's going to be a tough thing to achieve. Again, I'm just being honest. I know how these things work. Again, friends, showing you the amazing pictures here of the Odyssey Neo G8 from the panel, from the films in the panel, to how beautiful this image looks with Xbox, PlayStation 5, PC, thanks to a little Snowman on YouTube. Go check them out. You can see the full review. It's easy to follow, so please go ahead and do it. I just want you guys to get informed with this. This is a huge purchase. It's super expensive, and I would not want anyone watching my videos or anyone else's videos to buy it not knowing what this thing offers and the issues. That's why I made this video. You know, if I was blind to these things, I wouldn't make the video, but I'm not. Here, I'm making these videos to help you make that awesome buying decision, because it affects you, it affects me, and I can't stand by a product that has issues and then hide them under the rug. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm showing to you, so you can make up that mind. Buy, don't buy, maybe wait it out a little bit. It's really up to you. But if you do buy, please use one of my affiliate links, as it helps me tremendously, and it truly does help me bring technology to you faster than ever. I really would appreciate it so much, now or in the future, or for any of your purchasing needs on Amazon. Please, friends, help me help you. So friends, there you have it, showcasing all these issues, good and bad, on the Samsung Odyssey Neo G8. Thanks to my good friends, A Little Snowman and Graphically Challenged on YouTube. I hope I was able to help you and provide some information on the Scanline issue, on the 120Hz firmware update issue. A lot of issues, and with the bad comes the good, and all the pictures I showed here show the Neo G8 top tier, top 3 monitor of the year, and I can't wait to get that in-house to compare it to many monitors that I just recently received. So if you want to see that, we got the Dell G3223Q and D versions, the 4K and 1440p monitors. They're in-house. I am unboxing them very soon. Still waiting on the Neo G7 or Neo G8 to arrive. So subscribe if you do want to see all those monitors against each other and against my wider range of monitors that I have here on the channel. You know my favorite monitor here is the Aorus FV43U, and I can't wait to see how that monitor compares to the OLED of the LG and the mini LED, the QN90B of Samsung. So friends, if you found this video helpful, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on a future Samsung Odyssey Neo G8 video, review, and showcase. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys next time.